Hello, good morning, dear friends, and welcome back to my channel. I have a real interesting find today. I actually went on eBay because I was looking for the Tarot of AE-Waite. I'm looking for a good representation of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I thought this might be a good one. This is large size cards, and anyway, I found a seller who was offering this for sale. And in addition to this deck, it was like a package deal. This was coming along with it, and I had never seen this. To look at the cover, it kind of really didn't hold an interest for me, a vintage cartoon tarot. But when I got these in and looked them over, this just really captured my imagination. You know, I grew up in this era when we had Betty Boop and Mighty Mouse and Heckle and Jekyll and all these kind of crazy wild cartoons. And so, I don't know, there's just something about this deck that really captured my imagination. When you open the box, check that out, the Devil. So it's got this magnetic flip. And then inside, oops, there we go. I don't know if I'm really such a fan of this type of a box, but hey, it's better than a flip-top box. Much better than a flip-top. So this deck is from, and I believe it's pretty commonly available, Sterling Ethos, New York, produced by Liminal 11. 78 card deck and 2 bonus cards. Mystical Medleys is inspired by the iconic vintage cartoons of the 30s. If you love rubber hose animation, this is the deck for you. So it's kind of crazy, kind of kooky, kind of fun. And I know there are a lot of walkthroughs of this deck available, but I just thought I would show you real quickly in case you hadn't seen it. It comes with a nice little hardback book. I haven't really looked through the book. I was looking through my AE-Waite book last night after I got these in. So a foreword, an introduction, and then they do go through with these full color pictures, you know, so you don't need to refer back to the book when you're learning. I mean, you don't need to refer back and forth from the deck to the book when you're learning. It's all right here in the book. The little thumbnails of the cards, a little bit of information on each card, and we go through this for the majors. Here are the exclusive Sad Squirrel and Happy Squirrel cards. And then the minors have a little bit less attention in the book. And we've got just some thoughts on each card, a paragraph or a couple of sentences on each card for the minors. So that's a little less useful. But hey, you know, this is a small book, so I'm sure they didn't have room to include a page for every single card, or a couple pages. So let's just take a quick look. I think they're in order. I recalled going through these last night, and they seem to be in order. This deck, I actually bought it used, so I'm presuming whoever bought it originally wasn't too fond of it. So here's the card stock, card backs, kind of a wacky pattern on the back there to match the theme of the deck. And each card, when I opened this up, I thought, oh my gosh, it got dirty somewhere, you know, it got some dirt. But no, each card is printed with this same kind of a distressed, or it looks dirty to me. I don't really care for that, but oh well. At least I know it was intentional and not something that happened just to my deck. It was printed that way, I should say. So I really do. I love the artwork style. I grew up with it, as I said. Even the pillars and the buildings in this deck all have faces to lend a little bit of interest to the deck. And as cartoony decks go, I like this. I think I would dare to say I like this better than my Rider-Waite-Smith deck imagery. This is in the Rider-Waite-Smith style. A little bit of painful soul searching going on there. This is interesting how we've got the 4 books here. I'm assuming they're the 4 Gospels is the reference why there are books there, which is very interesting. You don't normally see that in any decks. You might see the animals representing the 4 evangelists, but you don't see any reference to the Gospels. Love these big clunky shoes. Just want you to get a few seconds to look at each card. I know I don't like flip throughs where it's just flip, 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 and you don't get a chance to see the details. We do have the people falling from the tower here. The tower itself, like I said, the buildings are all animated. He's even got a little hat, a little crown. I like this star. We have all the same elements as Rider-Smith for this moon. We've got the dog and the wolf, the towers, the mountains behind, the pathway, the crayfish or lobster coming up out of the water, and of course the moon. Pretty wild looking moon. The sun with sunflowers and a little sun baby. He's even got a diaper. Judgment is just the horn. There's an olive oil looking world card. And look, we've got the elements here and they're animated. They say the greatest accomplishment of the 20th century is the animation that was done. Art-wise. This reminds me of Mickey Mouse and the Sorcerer's Apprentice. If you've ever seen the animated Disney movie. So if you have ever seen Walt Disney's Fantasia, this will ring true for you. That is one of the greatest animated movies of all time. It's all cartoons and it's all set to classical music. And this particular segment with Mickey Mouse and the broom sweeping the floor are associated with the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a really awesome movie, Fantasia. If you've never seen it, check it out. 3 of Wands. So cute. Even the wands are watching what's going on. As a kid, you kind of have nightmares about that kind of stuff. If you've watched these cartoons in the daytime and you go to sleep at night and you kind of think of, you know, the forest trees closing in on you. And in my case, I had a dream that haystacks came alive and were chasing me. It was really kind of a nightmare. I used to walk to school when I was in kindergarten. Look at all the eyes on that guy. I like that he's also got a lamp. Gives that a little bit of a hermit feel. A hermit who's also defending. 8 of Wands, of course the witches on their brooms. Awesome. I was so surprised when I looked through this. I thought, oh my gosh, I love this deck. Here we've got the salamander that's associated with wands and fire. And he is in all the court cards, if I remember correctly. Well, not the queen. The queen has her black cat and her sunflower. Looks kind of like Amelia Earhart there. And the King of Wands as a movie director. He does have a little salamander there and a cat, a big cat. Salamander on the back of the throne. Or it's not a throne, it's a director's chair. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. That snake has kind of got a playful look on his face. Look how he's intentionally freaking her out. The guy doesn't care, but the girls get freaked out by those snakes. Three of Cups. Kind of a Halloween-y feel with the pumpkin and the skeletons. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Kind of neat with that flowing robe, and he's looking in the mirror and nobody's there. Very interesting. There's a lot of great interest in this deck and these cards in this deck. The Six of Cups. I like this one. Take your pick. Eight of Cups. So that's stress and conflict, and you're just ready to move along. The Nine of Cups. Very similar vibe. This is all these cards have similar vibes to the Rider-Waite-Smith cards, but they're just done in such a cute and original way. Ten of Cups. I love that. Little bug family. Page of Cups with his fish, and the fish has a sailor hat. Knight of Cups. Got fish down below there too, so I like that they carry that theme through. The Queen of Cups is a mermaid. Oh, and a little merbaby. Merbaby in the background. An octopus here. And the King of Cups is a pirate. Yo ho ho. And a bottle of rum, but there's no bottle of rum, there's just a cup of coffee. On to the sword suit. Ace of Swords. I don't know what he's supposed to be. A cloud maybe, a dark cloud? Rain cloud. First I thought it was some kind of a rotten potato, but I think it's meant to be a cloud. Two of Swords, which looks like the card from Alice in Wonderland. Three of Swords. If you're going to have three swords stuck through a heart, then I think this is a very nice whimsical style to do it. Very nice. Four of Swords. And the Five. Got the giant there. I don't see the beanstalk, but who knows. Six of Swords. And the Seven. Kind of an Aladdin looking guy there. Eight of Swords. She's wrapped up in a cocoon. She or he. Nine of Swords. Isn't that a good one? I love that. The candlestick is having a bad dream. This is just such a cool deck. I just can hardly believe that I got it as an additional sort of a add-on to my other deck that I really wanted, and I didn't even think about this one, and I like this one better. Page. Got the clouds and the birds. Clouds and birds with the knight. Got a very determined look on his face. Queen of Swords. A very nice defensive looking gal there, sitting on the two moon phases. And the King of Swords. Well, he's got the two moon phases up top. Well, they make a nice matching pair, and I do like that. I like when the deck has a sort of a cohesive feel. And next we have Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, again like a dark cloud guy. I don't know. I like how it's got the garden element and the garden gate, just like Rider-Waite. Very pretty. Two of Pentacles, Yin and Yang, light and dark. Very nice. Three of Pentacles. We've got kind of Masonic theme here with the all-seeing eye on the pyramid. Looks like maybe a Masonic temple that they're building. You know, that's a curious take. There's the Tudor Rose. Wow, I never looked at that card that way before, as a Masonic. Well, of course, the Rider-Waite deck was constructed by Masons, so it makes sense that that would be the reference in this card. Wow, cool. Four of Pentacles. Very Rider-Waite. And there is the 5. The 6. I'm trying to figure out what this is supposed to be. I guess it's just the actual scale. The scale of justice. That's the middle section, and these are the arms that hold up the two different bowls there for the scale. 7 of Pentacles. And the 8. Again, we've got the Masonic seeing eye there. Very cool. 9 of Pentacles. A flower in the garden. We've got the bird. And a snail. The 10 of Pentacles. Even got the dog and the old gentleman here who's fussing with the dog while the family is busy with other things. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, he's got his sack of cash there. Knight of Pentacles. The Queen. Another olive oil looking person there. King of Pentacles. And then our two bonus cards. Happy Squirrel. If you remember, that was mentioned on The Simpsons show, and a lot of decks now include a happy squirrel. They had gone to a fortune teller's tent, Bart and his sister, and the fortune teller said she would pull a card for them, and she pulled the happy squirrel. So I thought that was sort of sweet. That deck creators sort of picked up on that, and now we have a sad squirrel as well. So there it is. That is the Mystical Medleys Tarot. I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to read for me. I haven't done much with this yet, but just look it over. So just wanted to share with you. Oh, and let's see how this is as far as shuffling. It's not too large of a size. I think the cards are a little bit stiff for riffle shuffling. Yeah, they're a little too stiff. Now, overhand shuffling, or shuffling on the table, or some other method, because they're just a little bit too, they're very firm cards. They're very thick. Okay, so take care and have a very good rest of the day. Bye-bye.